All right. Good evening and welcome along to the final Clare Senior Football Championship opening encounter of the weekend, which pits Cooraclare and St. Breckens together for the third time in 4 seasons. Amazingly, all 3 clashes have come in the first round, with the spoils shared evenly so far, as Cooraclare edged matters in 2017 by 15 points to 1-9. For St. Breckens exacted full revenge 12 months later after extra time by 220 to 215. So which way will the pendulum swing on this occasion? A question that will be answered over the next hour as I, Owen Brennan, hope to guide you through proceedings alongside Derek Dormer, who joins me for analysis and a bit of company, I suppose.
Thanks, Owen.
Derek, I suppose, having had prior little, let's say, rivalry up to 2017, these teams have now played 7 big times in the last 4 years, and that includes a Gary Cup final in 2017, 221A encounters, and last year's minor B final to boot. So Cooraclare predominantly had the upper hand in those meetings, but St. Breckens, off the back of what a year they had last year, winning the county intermediate, bouncing straight back up to senior, and they contested 3 more finals, that minor B, another 21A final, and the Munster intermediate decider as well. You watched a good bit of Breckens last year. They're alive again, and will they get that bit of a boost, even though we've had a long layoff?
Well, the first thing I must say is familiarity breeds contempt on, so it could be a lively encounter. Breckens did a tremendous year last year, and I suppose they were part of that under 21 final, which went down in Folklore. It's probably the best game at all grades last year. It'll be interesting to see how they start this evening. Momentum from last year's intermediate championship could be pivotal, and if I was a betting man, I'd favour Breckens carrying last season's momentum into today's encounter.
Okay, so before national anthem, let's get the teams, and we'll start with Cooraclare. In goal you have Killian Roach. Number 2, Fergal Donlan, Niall Kelly and Declan McMahon make up the full back line. Ronan Donlan, Pierce Lillis and Colin McNamara, who is wearing the number 9 jersey, is at wing back. In midfield pairing of Micheál Gary and Tig Lillis. A half forward line of Thomas Downs, Kieran O'Donoghue and Padraig O'Donoghue, and a full forward line of Shane Lillis, Jack Morrissey and Joe Downs. And for St. Breckens, in goal you have Tristan O'Callaghan. Number 2 is Conor Burke. One change in the full back line. Number 3, Evan Barrett doesn't play, and he's replaced by Raphael Considine. And number 4 is Cian Burke, a half back line of Captain Alan Sweeney, Jack Sheedy and Rowan Danaher. A midfield pairing of Liam Tierney and Macon Byrne. A half forward line of the vice captain Dale Masterson, Pádraig Kelly and Colm O'Brien, and a full forward line, there's plenty of scores in them, for Jamie Stack, Joe McGann and Aidan Davison. And we're just about to hear the national anthem, so we'll just pause for that. Just a reminder that referee for today is Barry Keating, originally of Aero but now a Listy KC club man, and he'll probably be busy, I'd imagine.
Well, we've seen in today's first game how vital frees were. Killian Rand scoring 6 frees for this time, and David Tuberty something similar for Toonbeg. So Barry Keaton's busy. It'll be very important that the free takers are on form. And
a strong breeze, prevailing breeze, always blowing down towards the town here in Milltown. And we're just for that national anthem. And we're about to start. It's North v West. It's St. Breckens versus Cooraclare. And it's Cooraclare that are playing with that strong breeze in the opening half, and they hope to make it count, especially against the Breckens side, who have that bit of momentum from last year, even though we've had a long layoff. But they were the last team in Clare to play championship football when they played Temple, and it's no shame to lose to a Kerry team in the Munster final.
No, absolutely not. And on the day they could consider themselves unlucky. They were in the contest for a long way.
Yes, and they're about to line up here. Barry Keaton ready to get it underway. as I say, so Breckens playing into that breeze, but their style anyway, the running game probably suits playing into that breeze, so I don't think it'll perturb them that much.
No, indeed not. It'd be interesting to see the kickouts last year when I was covering Breckens. They were very dominant on their own kickouts, and not only their own but the opposition's kickouts, and it was provided a platform for many of their attacks.
Just an early switch there. Dale Masterson, the county footballer, is in midfield, and Mackinburn has gone out to the right wing. We're just ready to get this one underway. It's the last senior football championship match of the weekend, and away we go. And it's St. Breckens that came out with the ball, and it's that man Masterson just got caught. Cooraclare sporting lovely new set of jerseys. They hope to justify that by getting a long run in this championship. Just a bit scrappy to start off with. Barry Keating says he touched the ball on the ground, and a free out to St. Breckens.
Well spotted by referee Barry Keating there.
Taken quickly by the captain Alan Sweeney. He gets it out to that man Mackinburn. Oh, and that's a definite foul. He gets the advantage. What can he do with it? Here's Paddy Kelly. Kelly, great ball into Joe McGann. He catches it, looks for the mark. He didn't get it though. No, he's saying no. Free out to Cooraclare. Harry's not going to be swayed by the roars of the players anyway. And Killian Roach has made his way out from goal. And he's about to go past the halfway line. And in fairness, gets that ball away to Tig Lillis. And a slip inside. Just didn't work out for Cooraclare, and it's St. Breckens that look to counter-attack. They've a lot of men behind the ball. Only 3 players in the Cooraclare half, so they're going to have to build this one a small bit slower than they would have anticipated. And immediately Alan Sweeney getting it out to Rowan Danaher, very exciting young player. And he gets it down to what we'd consider their chief marksman, Aidan Davison. Could have been a push. No, says Barry Keaton. And it's a line ball to Cooraclare.
Breckens seem to have gone with a 2-man full forward line on and playing against the breeze. Drops a lot of men behind. They like to play in the middle third, you know.
Probably a safe bet. They have plenty of pace in that full forward line regardless. So
they like to contest the middle third and battle from there.
Here we go. Cooraclare on that counter attack. And it's Colin McNamara. Just finding it difficult to get that bit of penetration. And that's a ball that looks like it's going to be picked up by Mackinburn. He's come back from his wing forward berth to help out the defence. Rowan Danaher is on the way again. He gets it out to Liam Tierney. Strong frame, he'd be difficult to stop, and he gets through the first tackle. Plays to Mackinburn. A lot of men here behind the ball. Colm O'Brien out in the left wing. Jack Sheedy decides to play it off to Danaher. Now, oh, just got killed up. He was caught in 2 minds there, I think. And instead it's Tig Lillis that picks up possession. Has a look around. That's Micheál Gary. Was on the Clare minor team last year.
First scoring opportunity really presenting itself from the dead ball situation again on.
Absolutely. We're going to see, and it's going to be Killian Roach that's going to come all the way up from the goal. He already did it from play, he passed the halfway line, so it's not unfamiliar territory for him.
No.
He's just about 45 metres out here, well within his range.
He's lined up with 12 men inside their own half. Ron Normal was pushing through, or Ron Danaher was pushing through there, and he had no options inside. Again, it's the 2-men full forward line, and if you don't release it early, you're going to be smothered up on.
It's got to be precise against the breeze. That has a strong breeze at his back. He'll definitely have the distance. It's all about whether he has that accuracy. Tony Gary says how long he's got more time wasting, but if anything against the breeze, he should be looking to slow it down as much as possible. Oh, didn't really catch that one. Oh, that's surely a free out. It is just a bit of a collision, totally accidental. Jack Morrissey, just his momentum took him in.
Yeah, it was accidental, but we have
Barry Keaton is going to maybe give him a card regardless. He didn't really see it as accidental.
I think this could be a bit harsh.
It is a yellow, a very early yellow. 4 minutes into the game, and Jack Morrissey, Cooraclare's target man, has gone into the book. for what was just maybe more awkwardness than anything
It was
else.
a very accidental collision. He was just attempting to play the ball. But the free Keating saw it differently than us.
I noticed that Donny Gary isn't saying how long this time.
No, he's quite happy to slow it down.
We're still waiting for that first score. We're 5 minutes into the game. It's Raphael Considine. As the ball is a bit casual there for a second, almost caught, but McInburn is a good outlet here in the right wing. And he plays it out to Colm O'Brien. Colm O'Brien find that man Danaher again. He's been involved in a lot of the early play. Dale Masterson finding Cian Burke, him onto Liam Tierney. And back to Colm O'Brien. Looks for that probing pass. And it's well picked up by Jamie Stack. The 20s from this year. Yeah. He looked for the free, but probably made a bit histrionics about it, and Barry Keaton is no nonsense here so far.
Cooraclare has positioned midfielder Michael Gary right in front of their full back line, so it cuts out that direct attack that Breckens like to when they break from midfield. So again, he was lacking in options, had to go to the corner. Jamie Stack was smothered. Good defence by Cooraclare.
Look who's out in the defence for Cooraclare. It's Killian Roach again, and he wins a free. He's not worried about being lobbed. You have to have a fair kick to make the goal against this strong breeze. And now it's that man Gary again, but pass is intercepted by Liam Tierney, and it's McInburn will surely look to go cross field here, and he does. Jack Sheedy getting up that left wing. Joe McGann has to come back. McInburn is there.
Options inside or no options.
Yeah.
To go across the pitch.
Here's Paddy Kelly. Oh, that's a great ball. And it's Dale Masterson. Surely put it over, and he does. It's the first score of this game. We're 7 minutes in, and it's Dale Masterson that gets Breckens off the mark. Their first day back at senior since 2018.
That's where Breckens on will have to use their know-how. Man running off the shoulder, short foot pass, pop the hand pass, and suddenly they're inside the Cooraclare line.
Definitely. Again, it's Micheál Gary that is the outlet there for Cooraclare. Kieran O'Donoghue playing a quite hopeful ball into the corner, but that's going to run way too long for Shane Lillis to try and catch it. And it's the Breckens that have a line ball on almost their own end line. Raphael Considine getting it out to Colm O'Brien. Building slowly again. McInburn back to Colm O'Brien. Good link man so far. He's been followed by Kieran O'Donoghue. And he's caught. A good dispossession from O'Donoghue. And he wins the free. Now Pierce Lillis gets things restarted for Cooraclare. And Micheál Gary, very exciting young player. Seemed to be caught in possession there. Padraig O'Donoghue. Ball comes back out. And here's Pierce Lillis. Lillis just caught. Cooraclare slightly hesitant. Tadhg Lillis just going backwards. He has outlets, but can he find them? And he does. Finds Thomas Downs. Now Jack Marcy. He's a long way from goal, but he was able to win the free from Jack Sheedy. And up comes Killian Roach again.
It's very noticeable during that passage of play on the whole Cooraclare half-back line, just in their positions, no one around them. Breckens have seemed to condense the centre, get men behind the ball, and I suppose against the elements it's a good platform.
For Cooraclare, the encouraging signs that Killian Roach has had more position in the opposition half than he's had in the goal so far. So
he's had more touches of the ball than anyone else in the opening 8 minutes.
He didn't quite catch the last free, so has he learned from it? Like a good darts player, you always have a marker to go on from a similar position. Now gets a bit more height in this one, and straight over the bar. That's the equaliser. He did learn from that first free. And it's now 1-1 after 9.5 minutes. Short kick out for St. Breckens, and they're underway with Conor Burke. Finds McInburn. He looked for Tierney, he does. Tierney giving it to the captain, Alan Sweeney, a man with county senior experience. Giving it to Jack Sheedy, who's been a good outlet up that left wing. He's been largely on mark, but he's now finding a bit of pressure. Paddy Kelly is on the ball. Tries to bring in Rowan Danaher again. Now, where are the outlets? And Colm O'Brien breaks through the centre. He's got two Cooraclare men around him. He is held, and that's a free for St. Breckens. Just about 35 metres out against the breeze.
Just that injection of pace from Colm O'Brien when he picked up the ball, just in acceleration, drew the free, and a chance for Breckens to increase it.
Well, one of their greatest attributes is that pace that they have. They have a lot of young, exciting players with plenty of bustle. Let's hope that Colm O'Brien is able to convert this one. He's taking it from the hands. Means it, oh no, he's going for the ground.
Commentator's curse again on.
Just steadying himself. The wiser option. Although that's a big frame in front of him with Ty Gillis. And he's making himself even lower. He's up in the tip, he does. Could it make the difference? No, it doesn't. And O'Brien opens his account and ensures that St. Breckens go back into the lead for the second time. Oh. There's a few incidents here. Did he take it from the wrong position? I'm not sure what happened there, but there is a St. Breckens man down as well in the aftermath of that incident.
I think the linesman is calling the attention of referee Barry Keating.
Yeah,
interesting one.
Barry Kelly is calling over Barry Keating. Jimmy Stack is the man on the ground. And John McDonough is in there to see if he's okay. Another referee. Plenty of referees here today. And probably they'd say all the crowd are referees to their own extent as well. So he's had a word. What did Barry Kelly see? He's looking for a Cooraclare man.
If he deems it striking one, Cooraclare could be in trouble.
Well, Barry Kelly wouldn't call him over for any reason. It's a yellow. Yeah, I thought he was going to go for a second card there. Colin McNamara goes into the book. Yellow card. And he joins Jack Morrissey in the book for a game that's only barely 13 minutes old. We're near enough to the water break now, Derek, and probably no great flow or pattern to the game so far.
No, the settling down period, and the opening 10 to 12 minutes, and really no team has settled down.
I suppose Breckens to be a point ahead against that strong breeze is encouraging.
Yeah, they would feel like the happier of the two teams at the moment.
Well, the man that's making things happen for Cooraclare is Micheál Gary, and look at that pace he's having it. Kieran O'Donoghue had the ball, probably should have spotted Micheál Gary inside him, but went for the shot, and unfortunately he's after registering the first wide of the game, and that's for Cooraclare, who needed to get that equaliser just before the water break. We're about 2 minutes off that mark, and Tristan O'Callaghan is going to give us a restart here. He's got plenty of options, and one of those out in the right corner is McInburn. As you said, Derek, the Cooraclare half backline are holding firm, so it allows St. Breckens to always have that outlet for short kickouts.
Yes, and they were very efficient last year in retaining possession on their own kickout. It's a vital component of the modern game.
Absolutely, because Cooraclare have a couple of big men around the centre. They don't want to be hitting that one long, especially against the breeze. And here they go again. They have 7 players in their own half backline. And it's Colm O'Brien finding Jack Sheedy to McInburn. Just about gets there. That could be. It's a late tackle. Looks like Micheál Gary. And it looks like he's going to go into the book as well. Could be Cooraclare's third yellow card.
Referee Barry Keating has been busy.
He has. He's taking.
And yet there hasn't seemed to be a bad foul. It's just a bit late. I suppose ring rustiness again after the lockdown on.
So Micheál Gary makes it 3 Cooraclare men on yellow cards. It's Colin McNamara. Jack Marcy also joined him. There's an injury here, so we're just going to have a break in play. We're about barely 30 seconds away from the water break. Probably Cooraclare need that water break just to settle things down a small bit, because despite having a strong breeze, they're not exactly taking full advantage of it. And it's McInbyrne. Oh, great ball on the top for Joe McGann. He looks for the mark, and this time it's Jamie Stack, sorry. Jamie Stack looked for the mark and gets it this time. Now, can he convert? He does. Jamie Stack, Clare minor last year, on the 20s team this year as well. And he makes it St. Breckens 3, perfect timing for that water break. And Breckens 3 points to 1 up against Cooraclare. And they're against a strong breeze. They'll be much the happier side going in there. Donny Gary's not going to be issuing that hairdryer treatment. Cooraclare just need to settle themselves, just get a bit of stability back in their play. As I said, these teams have played out big games in the last couple of years. A couple of controversial under 21 encounters. Last year's minor B final that Cooraclare won by a single point. The big win, Cooraclare in the Gary Cup final in 2017 when these teams met. And of course, those last two championship meetings in 2016 and 2017, which went one, shared evenly the spoils amongst them. So 7 meetings, big meetings in the last 4 years between these teams.
Thank you for your assistance in this matter.
Just a little announcement there. Derek, Breckens much the happier, 3 points to 1 up.
Yeah, they will be much the happier. The game really hasn't taken a light home. Breckens will be, that won't bother St. Breckens and Donny Gary there. As you say, they're 3 points to 1 up. The breeze is very strong. Cooraclare haven't settled. Breckens have 12 men behind the ball inside their own half, cutting off the scoring zone, and Cooraclare haven't found a way to penetrate it yet.
Normally you wouldn't get, in a normal championship year, you wouldn't get that water break to try and regroup and maybe have a few words of advice. David Russell, an experienced performer himself, a great warrior for Clare in his day. The Kilkee man will be looking to settle them down and just get them into their stride a small bit.
Yeah, they're going to have to come up with a game plan at the moment, because, as I said, Breckens have the whole scoring zone condensed, forcing Cooraclare to run into alleyways, overturn possession, and Breckens are quite happy to go across the field, go back again, wait for a man to make a run inside before popping in a foot pass and using, as you said, their running game. Yeah,
we're about to get things underway. We're 17 and a half minutes gone. That'll be added on at the end, of course. So we're about to restart with a Killian Roach kick out. He'd much prefer to be catching the kick out, it looks like, from his early play. But anyway, it's a good long ball. Pierce Lillis is trying to flick it on. But it's Colin O'Brien again, been really influential in these early parts. Seemingly everywhere so far, but he just gets his hands in the ball, and Alan Sweeney spraying it out to the right wing. Or Conor Burke feeds Rowan Danner, and that looks for Paddy Kelly, who pointed to the spot. Oh, it steamed his shoulder. That's 2 men came off, and if anything, it's Colin McNamara that came off the worst of that one.
It's a great challenge though, and in fairness to referee Barry Keating, he's trying to let the game flow. It was a 50-50 challenge.
Well, he looks to be hurt, possibly the shoulder. Hopefully he's just winded, but meanwhile Cooraclare have won the free. His brevity was rewarded, but quite worrying. David Russell
he's been sent back to Jack Morrison.
Yeah, it looks like there could have to be a substitution here. Meanwhile, we'll just go back. We'll just go back to the play, and it's Jack Morrissey, who's a free about 50 metres out. Killian Roach, not trusted with this one, even though he scored one from just 5 metres closer.
Even though he's been told to go back on, he's still 40 yards on.
He's not happy with it.
No.
We're just stopping play, just for a bit of treatment for Colin McNamara.
He came out the wrong end of that, but again it was a 50-50 challenge. There was no free end.
Yeah, it was 2 guys going honestly for the ball, Paddy Kelly and Colin McNamara, eyes on the ball, and I don't think they even saw each other, just clashed. Colin McNamara coming off the worst, but it has given each side an opportunity to just cut that deficit, because they're 2 points behind, haven't really got into their stride, and the only scorer so far is the goalkeeper, so not a great,
No,
not a
not
great
great
sign.
start for Cooraclare, especially it is a very strong breeze down at pitch side.
Yeah. Just still
You'd
feeling
want
it.
to be like, you'd need to be like 3 or 4 points up with that breeze, and then Cooraclare after 15, 16 minutes find themselves 2 points down.
Yeah, in the first here in Diamond we're 4 points up at half time. Maybe didn't seem enough at the time, but they managed to hold on and managed to tack on a few scores in the second half. So let's see what Cooraclare can do here. It's, as I said, it's Jack Morrissey, but 50 metres out. Must have borrowed the boots from Killian Ryan because he's got the same red tip on him. But that looks to be going wide, and it is left and wide. So they have scored one free, but they've also missed 2 more. And it means that they're still 2 points behind.
Shows the importance of the free take, and that's 2 fees. Put them over, we've a level game.
Absolutely. Here we go again. It's Ron Danner on the ball after getting the ball from Conor Burke. Now it's Keane Burke. Give it to Raphael Constantine. Loz in the air. That's Paddy Kelly wouldn't thank him for another big challenge. Shane Lillis is finding it tough there, but does win the free. Looks like they tried to grab the ball illegally. And again, it's from the same position. Killian Roach is roaring at Pierce Lillis here to let him put down the ball. Pierce Lillis isn't listening. He's after putting it in, and he's after finding a man. And it's Padraig O'Donoghue. Out to Gary, back to Padraig O'Donoghue. Can he loft this over? Could be the first point from play. Jack Morrissey tried to keep it in, but the ball has drifted wide. That's Cooraclare's 3rd wide so far. We're 21 minutes played here. They're getting on possession. They're doing that bit better, but just not able to convert those scores.
They're not able to find a way to penetrate Breckens. They seem to run out of ideas. Even there was an argument between the keeper and the player who's going to take the free kick. He took a quick one, recycled it back, and was dispossessed a poor wide.
Yeah, Breckens still the happier side. Oh, that's a great disposition from Jack Morrissey. He might have touched the ball on the ground, but he's held away with it. But it doesn't really pay off because it's Jack Sheedy that gets back on the ball. He gives it off to Mac and Byrne, who can try and suss out their options. They're like a rugby team attacking here in a line. And it's Liam Tierney trying to get that one forward. Oh, look to be held around the head, and he is. Aidan Davidson quickly takes the ball. Oh, it's Pierce Lillis. Able to come up. The jersey's been pulled by Dale Masterson.
Wrong option there taken by Aidan Davidson on. They're playing against the breeze. He won his free, settled it down.
Even slow it down, you'd imagine. Instead, it's Cooraclare on the counter-attack. What can they do from this one? They haven't had it all their own way down this side, and Joe Downs is dispossessed. And now it's Paddy Kelly on the ball. He's got 2 men outside him. He offs for Jack Sheedy. Sheedy beats the first tackle, beats the second one, and gives it back to Kelly. Kelly shipping another big tackle. But he's a big man. Also played minor hurling and minor football in the same year, Paddy Kelly.
The intensity level has been up to bit, the bit of tackling on is kind of inside, the few spectators we have here, the patrons that are the mentors and so on.
Yeah, and it's Joe McGann, very exciting player. Looked to be held, and he was. It's a free in for St. Breckens.
It's a soft free to give away on.
It is, but he's a menacing guy. If he gets in behind you, he's got goal. He's got a great eye for a goal. And it means that St. Breckens have the opportunity to put 3 between the sides. And I don't need to keep reminding you, but they are against quite a sizable gale. Let's see how this one goes. He has options in the centre, but I'm sure he's going to go for the post. Okay. Let's see what Aidan Davidson can do here.
The advantage of having a left legger on.
Just taking his time, increasing the angle a bit. Oh, it looks to be over, and it is. And Aidan Davidson has joined Colm O'Brien in scoring frees for St. Breckens, and they're now 4 points to 1 up. We're 24 minutes gone in this game. A quick restart, and what a perfect ball that was for Colin McNamara. He wins the mark. Has recovered from that injury, just be able to shake it off. So now it's Thomas Downs. Played for a Rogue last week in the hurling championship on the losing side. He won't want to be on the losing side again. But it's not looking the most positive so far because it's St. Breckens, Liston Varna men, that have taken the early initiative. even though that's a free. Looked to be touched the ball on the ground. Liam Tierney is arguing his case, but it looks like the ball could be brought forward here if St. Breckens aren't careful. Just a bit of dissent.
Again, Cooraclare, no problem winning possession. They just don't have any options inside. It's like an impenetrable wall. Breckens have 10 men blocking off the scoring zone, and Cooraclare still haven't come up with some method of penetrating that defence. They're relying on frees, and they haven't been able to convert them. This is a very important free now for Cooraclare.
And Killian Roach, you could hear the roars back. He wanted this free for definite. He was brought forward for that bit of dissent from St. Breckens, so it doesn't make it that little bit easier for him. He scored one, he's missed one. Let's see what he can do here. A left footer, the angle seems good for him. 25 minutes. He does take his time, but it seems to be infuriating St. Breckens. And he managed to put it over. Worth taking that time just to make sure it went over the bar.
That's a very important kick for Cooraclare, and they need to get back into this game. I know it's only 2 points, but there is a game. They haven't found a way to penetrate the Breckens defence, so them frees are really, really important.
Cooraclare 2 points, and they both come from the goalkeeper Killian Roach. I was going to say Killian Roach. It was in the first game. Jack Sheedy on the ball. Breckens playing a little bit of a dangerous game across their own full back line, but they do have a little bit of composure, and it's Rowan Danner in the way. And Colm O'Brien again, seemingly everywhere for this team so far. Oh, and John McGann is able to hold off his marker. He's certainly got pace. What can he do? He finds O'Brien again, who's continued his run. He plays the Paddy Kelly. Oh, it's a superb block. Superb block from Micheál Gary.
Probably the best passage of play since the game began. Superb by Joe McGann, the way he sold the dummy, fed it off to Colm O'Brien. Great defensive work by Cooraclare. Superb block.
Micheál Gary putting his body on the line. A minor from last year. No stranger to defensive roles, but he's down injured at the moment. But Cooraclare have the ball and haven't conceded what could have been a goal there. So here we go again. It's Padraig O'Donoghue, Ty Gillis, out to Thomas Downs. Thomas Downs doesn't have a lot of options. There's a big sea of maroon there in front of him. Ty Gillis does find Ronan Donlan. Ronan Donlan out in that left wing. Again, they just have to recycle that ball because the options aren't there, the runs aren't there. But Shane Lillis does make a run. Will he get it? No, it's good defending from Conor Burke. And he managed to get on the ball and set up a counter-attack. He has Aidan Davidson in front of him, decides to go back to Alan Sweeney. And now it comes to Davidson, just around halfway. Sweeney's continued his run, gets the 1-2. And Breckens just have that bit more flow to their passing. And here's Paddy Kelly, he launches one up. That's good defending from Niall Kelly.
Again in that last passage of play on, Cooraclare had 4 men sitting here in the wing back line. Nobody around them, they're just standing there. There's no options inside. With this freeze, would you not think Cooraclare will go abandon and push some men forward and launch the ball in? They can't seem to penetrate Breckens.
No, absolutely not. They've only got Joe Downs inside their half. And now they're coming in numbers, but whether it's going to be enough, we'll see. It's Shane Lillis. He feeds the ball to Kieran O'Donoghue. Will he put it over? He does. It's their first score from play, and much needed as they cut the deficit to just a minimum, and we're 28 minutes gone here in the opening half. A vital score for Cooraclare and their first from play. Barry Keaton got into the umpire. I wonder what happened there now. Just seems to be a bit of consultation. Barry using his officials very well so far. Not afraid to get the views of all these match officials here this afternoon. And he's calling for Cian Burke. Cian Burke, obviously the umpire spotted something. What's going to happen here? Seems to be an off the ball incident. And that's a second yellow card for St. Breckens, and Cian Burke goes into the book. Don't be too worried, there's still a point to the good St. Breckens as we're going into the final minute of normal time in this opening half in what is the last County Senior Football Championship tie of the weekend. And what a dramatic weekend it has been. We've had plenty of shocks. For either team to win today, it wouldn't be a great shock. But nobody wants to be in that loser spot. And we'll get to that in a bit more in a while. It's McInbyrne for St. Breckens. Saves it down, finds Polly Kelly. Had that goal chance a couple of minutes ago that was blocked by Micheál Gary. And off we go again. It's Ron Danaher. Trying to find Jamie Stack. He's happy to let it go because he thinks he's going to go for 45. And it is. St. Breckens have a late opportunity here just at the 30-minute mark to try and restore a 2-point advantage. Who's going to take this 45? Looks like Colm O'Brien is going to do it. Colm O'Brien, he's already scored a free, as has Aidan Davidson. So 2 frees converted from both sides. We've also the mark from Jamie Stack and that opener from Dale Masterson.
It's an ambitious free one.
Yeah, look, 40.
It's a strong breeze.
Yeah, it's probably 45 that.
He's not lacking in confidence to be attempting this.
No, but he has plenty of bodies inside there. Let's see what he's going to do. And now it's Cooraclare that are shouting how long.
Both benches seem to be berate.
Oh, it looks to be, but it's Killian Roach that comes and doesn't really get there.
Roach
But
likes to come out and on. I don't think he should have came there on. That was highly dangerous.
it was definitely risky, but managed to pay off on that occasion because the ball just managed to go past him but go wide. He's had a quick restart, Cooraclare, and hoping to get a few scores before the end of the half. We're now into injury time. 31 minutes gone, and not going to get on the ball here. And it's Colm O'Brien again.
He seems to be all over the field.
He does.
He's been on a lot of ball.
Yeah, Colm O'Brien, of course, another of those Clare minor contingent of 2017. Along with Jack Sheedy and Patrick Kelly and Aaron O'Brien. Now, Jamie Stack has 3 Cooraclare men for company. Looked to be fouled, and he was. And a bit of a melee there. No great social distancing there.
No, there's no social distancing there.
They're getting to know each other, but they have gotten to know each other the last couple of years. So
I did say familiarity breeds contempt on.
yeah, it's certainly proven that way. But Barry Keaton isn't getting too overly concerned.
No, stress-free is Barry.
He's got a cool head.
Jamie Stack seems to be winning every ball that is given into him, you know.
Yeah.
Fine footballer.
Jamie Stack, the latest of those Clare minor contingents. St. Breckens have had a good few in the last couple of years. Their underage system really blossomed. He was a Clare under 19 or Clare under minor last year, under 17. Barry's just having a word with Jack Sheedy. Probably got involved in the melee. And he could even up the yellow card mark because that's their third.
And that bit of descent on has cost Colm O'Brien here. Well, it wasn't Colm's fault, but now Barry Keating's going to drop the ball.
Yeah, it brings in a bit more intensity to the latter part of this half. Let's see where this is going. Liam Tierney's up there, gets the ball down, but it's Thomas Downs that comes out with it. And here we go again. Colin McNamara and Barry Keating calls for the half-time whistle. Probably just in time because things were about to get a little bit too heated. But what have you made of it so far? Breckens will be much the happier side. They've got the breeze to come and they're 4 points to 3 up.
Yeah, Breckens will be much the happier side. As you said, they played against, it's a very strong breeze. They have a lead 4 points to 3. Cooraclare, they might change their approach because in the first half it just wasn't working. No problem winning possession, getting as far as 45 metres out and then walking into a wall of St. Breckens, and they just weren't able to penetrate them. Yeah. Breckens will be happier, but Cooraclare, it's not a point down now. I mean, they could be a better side against the breeze. Some teams are better against the breeze than others. Will Breckens' running game be as efficient with the breeze, or will they start kicking ball in? It'll be interesting to see, but it's all to play for here. The intensity levels dramatically increased in the last 15 minutes, the second half of the first half, shall we say. So
absolutely, Mick Jagger's kicking into gear here. The band, the Rolling Stones are about to lock off, so we better sign off for the half-time. And at half-time it's St. Breckens 4, Cooraclare 3 in the last of the County Senior Championship games this weekend. We're back for the second half, and the Rolling Stones kept us entertained there at half time. 4 men that are eager to get out after probably cocooning at their age at this stage over the lockdown, you'd imagine. Barry Keaton is just around to throwing the ball, but he's just going to have a word with Donny Gary has just had a word in his ear. Bit of experience management there.
Donny be well acquainted now with having a little half-time discussion with the referees.
Absolutely. So, it's as you were, St. Breckens just that point ahead. And
It'll be very
Cooraclare,
interesting to see how Cooraclare approach the second half with the breeze, with facing into the elements. Will they take a different approach?
yeah, so here we go. This is to decide the final teams into those pots in the winners and losers group. If you get into the winners pot to essentially a quarter final, in the losers one it's a perilous drudgery. There's only one team gets out of the six, and we're underway for the second half. It's Ty Glennis that knocks it down for Pierce Lillis, who's now gone into midfield, and he's attacking from the outset. They're showing their intent. That's Kieran O'Donoghue, who did get a point in the first half. He's looking inside for Shane Lillis. He looks for the mark. He says no. Looks to put it across the ball. And it's left in. It's fisted into the net.
Was he inside the square one?
Well, it doesn't really matter once the ball is gone, and it's Kieran O'Donoghue that gets that goal, that vital flick and a vital score for St. Breckens, or for Cooraclare. We're only 30 seconds into the second half, and it's now Cooraclare that are in the ascendancy. Kieran O'Donoghue getting that flick. Shane Lillis had looked for the mark. Everyone seemed to stop for a second, and he was able to fist it. He probably was looking for a point off the fist, managed to get it across the square, and it was Kieran O'Donoghue that scrambled that ball to the net. Kieran O'Donoghue, another of those minors from 2017. Got to the final, and now it's a different complexion on the game because it's St. Breckens that have to chase it despite having that breeze. They're 2 points behind. Just got to settle things a small bit here just to get back into their stride. They won't want to concede the score so early, and it's given that Cooraclare that bit of a lift, and it's Micheál Gary again, very determined but just couldn't hold on to the ball. Instead it's Polly Kelly getting it back to Raphael Constantine. He looks up and finds Liam Tierney. Rowan Danner back to Tierney, and Rowan Danner got a bit of extra. He's got the advantage regardless. And Liam Tierney, what can he do with it? The advantage is gone apparently. So Paddy Kelly lofts one in towards the square. Jamie Stack is beaten to the ball. And now it's Cooraclare there on the counter attack again. Great bit of defending from Fergal Donlan. It's Pierce Lillis getting up to Joe Downs. And now look to be a foul. Barry Keating says shoulder.
You're getting no soft free here today.
Oh, you're not. Thomas Downs, he's surrounded by two Breckens men, now three. What can he do with it? And it's over carrying.
I want to go back to that goal. We were confused here as to why the mark wasn't given. Maybe that confusion stopped the Breckens defence. They seemed to hesitate. Ball fisted across the square. Kieran hands it into the net.
Yeah, if he meant it, it was a stroke of genius from Shane Lillis to put up his hand and not get the mark and then be able to put it in. But probably a bit of fortune involved, but Cooraclare won't mind that.
It's a massive score on a goal like that in the opening period of the second half. Massive score.
It's the first goal in Milltown for the senior championship. It's gone Cooraclare's way as they're now got that bit of an extra spark that they needed. David Russell's men are now 2 points clear, and look at Cillian Roach scrambling back towards the goal. He'd come out as a kind of a sweeper, and it's Joe McGann with the wind. He's surrounded, manages to get free of Declan McMahon, and still Joe McGann. He's got a man outside. He looks like McInbyrne. McInbyrne inside. Oh, that's a good interception again. Pierce Lillis coming to the rescue there. And now we're underway again. It's Cooraclare O'Donoghue, held by Jack Sheedy, and it's a free to Cooraclare. There's a couple of casualties on the ground. Down, looks like Jamie Stack as well.
Breckens need to regroup on that goal. That goal has really knocked the stuffing out of them at the moment.
It has, but there's plenty of time left. We're only 4 minutes into that second half. A lot of football going to be played here before this is concluded. But it's Pierce Lillis, great county senior experience. He'll lead it all here. Maybe touched it on the ground there. He did. It was a late call for Jack Morrissey, but
I thought he'd done so well. He beat 2 men to the ball.
It did, but he did appear to touch the ball on the ground. Just let it go when he was trying to catch the ball, and it's given St. Breckens a small bit of breathing room just to be able to calm themselves down a small bit again. Colm O'Brien going back to his captain, Alan Sweeney. And it's O'Brien launching the attack as he did so many times in the first half, just slipped. And now Raphael Considine looking for his options, took an extra step and just hesitated slightly, and it's Cooraclare to swallow up again, and it's Micheál Gary. He's got so much menace and pace, gives it off to Kieran O'Donoghue, this goal scorer. He's got 1-1 today, able to pass Liam Tierney, which isn't an easy task, but Dale Masterson comes in.
No advantage accruing. Barry Keating had signalled for a free.
Yeah, and it's another free for Cooraclare. Killian Roach is coming up, and Pierce Lewis, they're having a battle between the two of them.
The exact same formation as in the first half, yet they have a gale at their backs on, and it's inviting Cooraclare onto them. Cooraclare will be much happier with the two at the moment.
Cooraclare have 4 men in their own half, and Breckens only have 3. And it's Killian Roach. He got 2 frees in the opening half, and he's now looking to establish a 3-point lead for Cooraclare, which would be huge in a low-scoring game like this.
Absolutely.
He's entering the 6th minute of the second half. He throws up the grass to see which way the wind is going. I think it's fairly obvious it's going into his face. And again, that familiar chant of how long goes up.
That's wide on.
He's after putting it to the left and wide. Cooraclare's first wide of the second half and their 4th overall, but still they hold that 2-point advantage. And it's Tristan O'Callaghan. There will restart matters. Spots Ron Danner in a bit of space, and that's where it's delivered. It's back to Conor Burke.
Cooraclare seem happy to let Breckens win their own kick out, especially if they're only kicking it 20 yards out and going across the field.
Definitely Cooraclare won't be any rush. It's Liam Tierney that plays that ball down, and it's Aidan Davidson, top scorer last year. Jack Sheedy doesn't find the intended target, and it's Ty Glillis that comes out with it to Pierce Glillis, and now it's Cooraclare on the attack again. Kieran O'Donoghue just checks back, didn't opt for Micheál Gary, gives it back to Pierce Glillis, and now they're going to go and try and probe down that left wing. And as Pierce Lillis has moved to midfield, he's just been able to pull the string slightly for them. And now it eventually gets out to Micheál Gary. Gary slips. Few players have slipped in the, what is it, quite a slightly cut sod. Tomas Downs just wide. It took the breeze and has gone wide. It's their second of the second period. And that means 5 in total for Cooraclare. They've only got 4 scores. Every wide could be costly here. And again, it's Rowan Danner that's the outlet for Tristan O'Callaghan. But there's a sea of sky blue in front of him. Cian Burke plays it back to Colm O'Brien. Been the architect of so many attacks, but that is a very, very 40-60 ball. And it's Cooraclare to swallow it up again.
And the team, neither team seems to adapt to playing with the conditions.
And here goes Jack Morrissey. Morrissey being followed by Liam Tierney, and again it's Colm O'Brien that cuts it out.
Colm O'Brien has been all over the field today for Breckens.
He has, but they probably need him a small bit more further forward if they are to pull back this
only
deficit.
2 men inside the Cooraclare half, as I say, with a gear on their backs.
Yeah. And they have a bit of ground to make up here. But here comes McInbyrne. He's finally past that halfway line, even though he reversed back around it. A bit of off the ball here, just in front of us.
Yes, Sean again left him in his wake there. We'll just say that.
And here we go. It's Alan Sweeney. Just getting past the. We're in the 45, and it's Colm O'Brien. Under pressure, pushing the back. Says Barry Keating.
He's a great worker to Colm O'Brien. Like less than a minute ago, he was down inside his own 21, dispossessing a Cooraclare man. He's up the other end, winning a free. Breckens need more than just Colm O'Brien. They need a few more people to get themselves back into this match.
It's like a lawnmower. He's covered every blade of grass here.
Every blade on him.
Here we go. He's going to take the free himself. He earned it. He's taking it.
Can he convert?
Well, that's the big question.
It's important that they get this score.
So This, if he was able to score, will be reducing the gap to just one as we're nearing the 2/3 mark of this final County Senior Football Championship opener. The minor from 2017 has already scored a free in the opening half, and that looks to be over. That's his second.
Superb free one. It never left the target. It never deviated straight over the black spot.
Absolutely.
Crucial score for Breckens.
And now only a point between the sides once more. Breckens were a point up at half time, and now it's Cooraclare that just hold on to that minimum lead as we're about to hit the 40-minute mark. Killian Roach.
That's a familiar chanting from the bench knowing about how long.
And it's won by Cooraclare getting the break. Dale Masterson fisting it down, but it just falls into the path of Kieran O'Donoghue. And again it's Pierce Lillis that's just manning that defence. And now able to push forward, shrugs off Colm O'Brien, shrugs off Paddy Kelly. He's got the advantage. Oh, made a third tackle with Dale Masterson, but the advantage wasn't given.
The advantage was very short-lived though.
It was, and it means that St. Breckens are now on the counter-attack again. And look who has the space. It's Joe McGann getting the ball from Alan Sweeney. He's racing through from the 45. What can he do here? He goes! Goal! Joe McGann. What a goal from Joe McGann. We said he denied for goal. He certainly did on that occasion.
First time there was space inside, they exploited it fully on. And you will have to go back to the 2-second advantage. We feel hard to lead by there.
Absolutely. And it's just the temperatures have been risen that bit more. It looks like St. Breckens have got a free, and they now lead by 1-5 to 1-3. The momentum has swung back in the Liston-Varna side's favour. Doolan will be hopping tonight if they could just get over the line here.
Both goals, I hate to say it, both goals have a level of controversy towards them. Shane Lillis with the mark that was denied. Cooraclare, Pierce Lillis had certainly won a free. The hand was raised for advantage. He was dispossessed. No advantage accruing. 1 foot pass to Joe McGann, and Joe McGann did the rest. Sensational run through the centre and a lovely finish.
How was he in so much space there? You know,
it was the first time that there was space accrued to him, and by God did he take advantage of it.
Yes, we were looking for a goal in Milltown all afternoon, and now we've got two in the space of a couple of minutes, and it's really injected life into this contest. The St. Breckens now lead by 2 points, and they're on the attack again, and again it's Colm O'Brien on the ball. He's been tackled by Paddy O'Donoghue. Looked to be a foul, and it is.
No doubt he's been Breckens' best performer from the minute the ball was thrown up on. Colm O'Brien has been all over the field.
A massive engine, and no doubt he's going to try and kick this one himself. He's already got 2 frees, 1 in either half. Just taking a bit of a breather, and he deserves it because we're just nearing about 3 minutes away from the water break, and it's St. Breckens that have the wind in their sails and the wind at their backs as and the ball is brought forward, makes his task a little bit easier. Bit of dissent there from Cooraclare, and it's not doing their cause any good.
Dissent. I still think they're reeling from the goal.
Yeah, but you got to put it behind you. You know, you can't change it now.
No, it's what's done is done. This will put 3 points beside the sides.
St. Breckens look to be going to the bench. Meanwhile, Colm O'Brien. That's his third of the evening. Third free, and it means that St. Breckens are now 3 clear as we're just nearing the 43rd minute. A couple of substitutes about to come in for St. Breckens, but we'll leave that for the moment because it's Cooraclare there on the attack, and it's Thomas Downs finds Pierce Lillis. He's been the man most involved for Cooraclare as they're going forward, and this time he does get the free.
This time he gets the free.
Pierce Lillis is just reminding him that maybe he should have got it a couple of minutes ago.
They've lost the run themselves at the moment. Cooraclare need to settle down and try and get a score. Arguing with the referee is not going to help at this stage.
45 metres out, and who else but Killian Roach has been called upon to try and get Cooraclare back on the front foot and just get a point just to settle them down once more.
They'll be happy now again. Look, they have the 3-point lead. They're back to their normal formation. They have 12 men inside their own half. Through blocking off the scoring zone, it'll be up to Cooraclare to try and get themselves back into it. It's a vital free.
It's an intriguing battle nonetheless, and it's Killian Roach. So surely be a shout for how long?
That looks good on.
And it's come off the post, and that could have gone anywhere. Raphael Constantine loses the ball. What was it? Looked like a foot block. And it's a penalty.
We have controversy again on.
Looked like a foot block.
That's what referee Barry. Yeah, he's signalling for a foot block.
It's a penalty. Oh my word, there's plenty of drama here.
This game is really livened up.
The water break can't come soon enough for us for have a break.
The free looks certain to be over. It comes down off the upright. Breckens seem to have it.
It just shows the thin margins of how this game can turn. I mean, a ball looked to be going over the bar. Would have put 2 points between the sides, and now came back off the upright. A foot block, and now Jack Morrissey has. He can level it up here.
Tristan McCallan's a fine keeper.
Yeah, just hitting that 45-minute mark. And again, Barry Keaton has to explain that it'd be kind of a foot block. Jack Morrissey. If he wanted anyone to take a penalty, it would be Jack Morrissey. So let's see what he can do. Oh, and rifles it to the net, no doubt about that one. A powerful strike. And now the sides are level once more. It's 2-3 to 1-6. The water break is about to come, and it couldn't have come at a better time for us to have a breather anyway.
Yeah, the action is really notched up a few levels on.
Only a thing that the goals can bring is St. Breckens win the kick out from Tristan O'Callaghan, and they're underway again. Dale Masterson winning that kick out, and now it's Mackinburn that plays in Liam Tierney. Tierney, big strong busting character. And it's Colm O'Brien yet again. It's integral to their attack, but it has to go back. Tierney this time plays out on the right wing to Paddy Kelly. What can Kelly do? He has to go back again to Tierney. They are certainly patient, but they have a strong breeze at their back. Alan Sweeney will still up that goal for Joe McGann. What can he do this time? And there he does find Joe McGann, but in a much more retreated role, as he's just about to pass the 45 and finds Mackinburn just in that right corner. Goes for a left full one. It's a Gary Owen. Jamie Stack is underneath this one. Oh, with the ball. Breaking kindly. Niall Kelly in a small bit of bother. Joe McGann brings back the ball. It's Aidan Davidson. Oh, seemed to get a high tackle from Padraig O'Donoghue. And it's a free for St. Breckens. This will surely mean the end of the third quarter, as the water break is surely upon us. But before then, we have a free that Colm O'Brien is going to step up to try and get his fourth free of the evening and put St. Breckens, more importantly, back in the ascendancy. Here we go. Colm O'Brien scored a free in the first half and got 2 in the second. Angle is very tight, much more acute this time around, but let's see what he can do here. Curls it in, looks good, and it is. And it's St. Breckens that go back into the lead. A slender advantage into the water break, and they lead by 1-7 to 2-3. What an opportune moment to get his fourth free of the evening. And it gives St. Breckens that momentum. They have a strong breeze at their back. But couldn't have been any better timed in terms of momentum as they go in for that final water break and about to prepare for the final quarter. And if it's anything to go by, the third quarter could be a very, very exciting one. Colm O'Brien again, Derek, he's just been all over the place today and just very, very experienced despite his young years to get those frees.
He's put in a tremendous performance from Breckens, not only scoring but also back defending, starting attacks, recycling the play. You know, he's up and down the field. He seems to have a great engine on him. But the game is really livened up on, and you know, it's 10 points to Breckens, well, 1-7 to 2-3, and we're in for an intriguing last 15 or 16 minutes.
But a good reaction to the goal, you know, that penalty, you know, a bit of a sucker punch for St. Breckens, who had only got back into the lead themselves, but managed to just inch themselves ahead again. And you know, they haven't been a senior last year, but they're back in they made the transition look fairly seamless.
They did, you know, in fairness to them, they seem well equipped at the moment to go on, but look, all the 3 goals had a little tinge of controversy to them, which is great for us because it gives a bit of banter about it. But yeah, Barry Keating saw a foot block, he signalled the penalty. he didn't see a mark, didn't see an advantage. All goals with some question mark about it, but in fairness, they were all well taken. Joe McGann's was a classic finish, busting through the centre. Jack Morrissey dispatched the penalty with aplomb, and the game has really, really livened up since half time. And I hope the water break doesn't take away from that now, and we come back and have a last 15 minutes of pure intensity.
Yeah, and going by the third quarter could go anyway here. The pendulum has swung one way then the other, and it's in Breckens who do have the wind and they do have a minimum lead here, but Cooraclare, there has to be a sting in the tail from them, because nobody wants to go into that dreaded losers pot. There's a strong word from David Russell, and he sent his team out there eager to get going again. Let's see what the final quarter has to offer. St. Breckens back into it again, and here we go. We're into for the final quarter. We have 10 minutes of normal time, but you're going to expect at least 3 or 4. We'll inevitably get
2 or 3 for the water.
We'll inevitably get a call of how long is we going to injury time.
Both benches seem to be. It seems to be a phrase that they're well acquainted with now.
So it's Ciarán Roach just about to get this restarted. And let's see what options he has. Has a look up. Here's how long.
Cooraclare have 2 scores on in the second half, but they're both goals. They won't mind if their next score is also a goal.
Michal Gary leaping highest, and he's managed to retain possession. Tiglis getting it up to Kieran O'Donoghue. He finds Shane Lillis.
Man inside.
He's free. Oh, it's a free and a chance for another equaliser.
I think that was a good free one, because there was a Cooraclare man gone inside, and if they had released a hand pass, there could have been another goal chance. So what's known as a sensible free to give away.
And this time it is Pierce Lillis that's going to take it. Ciarán Roach did make the journey out to the 45. It would have been a long trek back, let's be honest. So here we go.
Pierce is growing into this game the more and more it's going on.
Yeah, hugely influential. This Cooraclare put themselves in. Now he can equalise, and he does. His first score of the evening, but it's a vital one, as Cooraclare have levelled up the tie once more as we enter the 52nd minute of this intriguing battle that could go either way.
Time on.
Well, for my vocal cords alone, I hope not. And a dispossession, and again it's Pierce Lillis. Pierce Lillis looks to make it, he's put him back in the lead. He just equalised seconds before, and now he's put him into the lead.
And he lost control of it, kicked it up in the air, dispossessed. That was a poor turnover now, a very poor turnover, which could be a vital score for Cooraclare.
Definitely, and it means that Cooraclare are back in front. It's 2-5 to 1-7. Tristan O'Callaghan taking no chances this time, finds Jack Sheedy on the left wing. And now, where can they go from here? It's Cian Burke. Cian Burke just surrounded, but sensibly gets it back to Raphael Considine, who gets it out to Conor Burke. And now they can go. It's McInburn. It's a bit of a lofter. And Niall Kelly taking no chance of hitting on the fly. Could have been a foul for St. Breckens, but no, it's got away, and it's Cooraclare that on the attack. Tig Lillis getting it off. And now it's Pierce Lillis again. He's really taking the game to Breckens.
They're going to have to recycle it.
They are, but Padraig O'Donoghue doing well here, doing his best to try and penetrate this 45-metre wall of maroon. That's Michal Gary. It's ambitious, too ambitious. Didn't even make the back netting, unfortunately, and that's Cooraclare's third wide ambitious of the second half.
Your nice way of saying a poor kick.
Well, look, he's played such an impressive game.
In fairness, that was the wrong option. The wrong option. Should have recycled it on. Possession is going to be vital in these last few minutes.
Absolutely. Cooraclare have kicked 6 wide, spread evenly, 3 each in each half. And here we go, and it's Dale Masterson. If anyone's going to try and get him going the same, he ships a hefty challenge, and it's a free. Cooraclare are not happy with that one, but Dale Masterson does win a free, and St. Breckens just need to get back into this tie. It's not so long ago that they were 3 points up, and now they find themselves a point behind. We're coming to the 54th minute. Oh, now, and it's descent, and it's a second yellow card for Micheál Gary, and that could be a crucial one. Micheál Gary, we just spoke about, had been so influential in this game, and now received a yellow card in both halves. That one looked to be descent, so it was a very, very soft one in his behalf. Silly, needless stuff, and now he's reduced his side to 14 men, but they are a point up. And here goes Joe McGann again. McGann just has to go back a bit to McInbyrne. McInbyrne has 3 in the middle if he can spot any of them. He does. Rowan Danaher. Danaher spots Aidan Davison all alone, and he's lethal from this range. And he does. Aidan Davison gets his second point and he's first from play as St. Breckens have levelled up the tie again. They've regained parity.
A silly yellow card for dissent. It really could cost this team.
Yeah. St. Breckens have got back into the match. They're on level terms and they're a man up. Killian Roach is now looking for options. He does restart. He's going out the right wing towards Padraig O'Donoghue, who almost caught it, but it's St. Breckens that are getting in. And it's Cian Burke looked to be fouled, and he is. Cian Burke winning a vital free for St. Breckens. The noise levels have lifted dramatically here, and that just indicates that the it's getting quite intense on the field as well. Colin O'Brien will just look to settle matters because the sides are level, just heading into the last 5 minutes of normal time. But with that water break, there's bound to be a good few minutes of injury time to come, so this game far from over and far from decided. Colin O'Brien is 50 metres out from the Cooraclare goal. He's got options inside of Jamie Stack, Aidan Davidson and Joe McGann. And now here we go. Colin O'Brien has it. He plays it back to Alan Sweeney. And Sweeney goes crossfield to Rowan Danaher. Rowan Danaher looks to pick out Joe McGann. He's a great outlet, and what a leap and what a catch. And he in turn plays on Dales Masterson. He's in the right corner. Can he keep this ball in? He does. Shifts the tackle but manages just to squeeze by. Could run into a bit of trouble here, but gets the ball back to Aidan Davidson. And again it's going back. McInbyrne back to Rowan Danaher. Joe McGann. They are patient, St. Breckens. And the ball played inside. Jamie Stack to Jack Sheedy. No. Barry Keating says it was a throw ball, and there is no goal. No goal. Oh, he dispossessed him. Oh, it's just dramatic. What happened there? Oh, that's just madness. What happened there? Jack Sheedy won back the ball and put it into an empty net. That's just unbelievable stuff. Oh my God. It's now Breckens got into the lead, 3-point lead. They were furious a few seconds ago because the first goal wasn't allowed, but it wasn't long before they got that second opportunity. And it's Jack Sheedy that has put St. Breckens firmly into the ascendancy as we're in the 57th minute of this contest. And what a bizarre number of goals we've had. 2 on each side. And crucially, it has put St. Breckens 3 points to the good as we're into the final few minutes of normal time. Jack Morrissey has taken the game and he's won a free for Cooraclare. He wasn't happy that he wasn't given that bit of advantage.
Substitution on the Cooraclare.
To say I'm confused about all that on is just an understatement. Harry Keating seemed to disallow the goal for a hand pass that wasn't deemed to be a hand pass. Cooraclare took a quick free kick, kicked it straight to Jack Sheedy and empty net to put the ball into.
Yeah, it's just amazing stuff really. Meanwhile, there was a substitute for Cooraclare. It's Jason Lillis that has come on for Joe Downs as they look to try and get back into this contest once more. They've taken a few blows, but they've been able to come back on each occasion, and they're going to need every bit of it if they are to come back on this occasion, as it is St. Breckens that have that bit of extra grit in their sail. If anyone's going to do it, it's Pierce Lillis, and here he goes again. Pierce Lillis got 2 points in a row just a few minutes ago. And he's gone so far forward. It's Kieran O'Donoghue that he's able to get the ball out to Ronan Donlan on that far wing. Oh, he's overplayed that. Unfortunately, he's gone wide. just a bit miscued, and it means Cooraclare's 7th wide. They're 4th in the second half, and we're into the 59th minute of this game. You just can't take your eyes off it there.
Oh, and I'm trying to catch my breath at the moment. There's so much happened inside 3 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Evan Barrett is going to come on to the St. Breckens side, played in that Munster club final last year against Temple Law. He's going to add that small bit of experience to St. Breckens. And it's Conor Burke that's making way. And 59 minutes gone.
I think he signalled 4 minutes.
Well, we're soon going to find out. We won't complain either way because this has been a rip-roaring second half.
Has been a complete reversal of the first anyway.
4 points to 3 at half time. It's now 2-8 to 2-5. Here we go, Tristan O'Callaghan. He's in no hurry. There's no shout of how long either. And kicks out. Beautiful pick out to Keane Burke.
All day under kick out, especially now with an extra man. You'd imagine they'll be able to see it out.
The pace is slow down. Jack Sheedy, that goal scorer. Quite fortuitous in many ways, but you got to be there to score him. And he was in the perfect position to take full advantage.
Kick the ball into an empty net one.
Ah, look. We've all struggled in that department before. And here it is. Joe McGann showing that bit of strength, getting it up in the left corner. He's able to pass Niall Kelly, but his hand is held.
Superbly won free kick there by Joe McGann.
Number 3, Evan Barrett replaces number 2.
And it's a big opportunity for St. Breckens. If they're to go 4 clear at this stage of the contest, it would surely be game over.
Yeah, you can't see it. I can't even see it back for Cooraclare when it's 3 down. But the goals have been so out of the ordinary that you just don't know. This will obviously be an insurance point.
Yeah, it's 14 metres out technically, but it's a longer way from the post. He's got a very acute angle here in the left corner, but he's been able to score them before, so we wouldn't doubt him. He's got 4 points off from freeze. Let's see, can he make it a 5th, because it probably would be the insurance point as we're a minute into that injury time period. Oh no, that's not as accurate as the previous efforts, but it's not going to matter. It's St. Breckens' first wide the second half. It just shows the economy of effort they've had. They've only had 2 wides, 1 in each half. It's Killian Ross that has to get his team back on it. It's Ronan Donnan.
Shots of time from the Breckens bench now.
Here we go. What a Cooraclare got in their locker. They won't want to be in that losers pot. It's Colin McNamara that wins the free.
I think Cooraclare need to slow it down now and launch it in.
Pierce Lillis looking for Jack Morrissey. It's 1-on-1 here. Well defended. Cooraclare had the ball. Oh, it's just a man. And he's given the free in for Cooraclare. It's looking like he's going to take him quickly. Jack Morrissey looks to be wrestled around the head. What is Barry Keaton going to do here? Go Pierce Lillis.
On, he'll be in the goal before he hits the free one.
Pierce Lillis. And here we are. He's on the 14-metre line. He's got to go for it, surely, is he?
He has to go for it, yeah.
It's not going to be easy because
I think have.
Can you do a head count on the line?
They have 12 on the line, 13, they're 17, yeah. They have 12 on the goal line.
12 on the goal line.
Don't give anybody stuff.
It's a tall order, but Pierce Lillis is definitely got to try because the time is running out. The clock is the next ticking down. We're 32 minutes into the second half. He's going to have a go. Oh!
Saved by Tristan O'Callaghan.
Stings the fingers of Tristan O'Callaghan, has managed to tip it over the bar, and it leaves only 2 points between the teams. Pierce's third point of the second half, 2 of those from frees. But it means that the clock is ticking inexorably down towards its conclusion. And it's St. Breckens. Can they score a first win at senior level, having been spent a year séjour at intermediate level last year? Here we go, Tristan O'Callaghan, he's in no rush. Goes out to the left wing, Liam Tierney's underneath this one. Tierney goes up and he grabs it. Tierney has it. He doesn't get the mark because he didn't catch it cleanly. Paulie Kelly's underway and he finds Jack Sheedy. Jack.
Close, sensibly slowing it down on.
Liam Tierney looking out that right wing where McInburn has been hugging it all.
Keating has looked at his watch twice now. He's really tempted. There's your point.
And there it is. And St. Breckens have bounced back to senior level with a great opening win, a rousing opening win for them. Who's your man of the match on that occasion, Derek?
It'd have to be Colm O'Brien on. It would have to be. He put in a tour de force performance. He was up and down the field. He was instrumental in distributing, creating chances, scoring frees. I thought it was a great performance from the young lad.
Absolutely. He wasn't alone, but he definitely got the scores in the matter and was seemingly everywhere on the field all the way around. But St. Breckens, what a huge win for them after being in intermediate level last year. A great morale boost, number one, in terms of confidence.
Absolutely, and look, as you said in your preview, Cooraclare have had the upper hand recently over them, and so Breckens would be delighted to get one over Cooraclare. What turned out to be a slow burning affair really turned into an entertaining second half.
Yeah, scorching finish to what was, as you say, a slow burner, but it's St. Breckens that advanced to the winner's pot for round two, essentially a quarter final, and they'll be delighted with that as they have overcome Cooraclare by 2-8 to 2-6 in what is the final senior championship opener this weekend.